But what an amazing guest we have in the house today. He's one of the fastest rising stars in the entire UFC.
Bernard, chill this statement. Corey Sandhagen dominates Merab.
Chill. No, nobody dominates Merab, brother. It's hard for me to imagine that after seeing him go against, look at what he did to Henry, Umar, Sean. I mean, I can't imagine nobody dominating him.
Yeah. What is the Malcolm prediction if you fought Merab?
My prediction if I fight Merab.
He is 10-0 with back-to-back first-round finishes straight out of Augusta, Georgia. Do you burn or chill your next fight being Aleksandre Topuria?
I'm gonna say burn.
You want that?
Do I?
Yeah, I love it.
I didn't start training till I was 22. And the whole time, I was working construction while training. I never wrestled before that, never boxed, not even karate as a kid. I walked into the gym at the Fagley's MMA in Augusta, Georgia, and the same people I'm with today.
Wow.
Don't listen to what they say. Don't let somebody else put limiting factors on you. You can be what you want to be, man. You can accomplish the things you want to. You just got to work hard and have the right people around you.
Absolutely. What's the biggest burn moment you've gone through in your life?
Please welcome Malcolm the Machine Wellmaker.
What's going on? What's going on?
I gotta keep my hands up around this guy right here. He's dangerous.
Yes, sir. Good to be here, man.
it.
Glad to be here. Ready to have a good time, man.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for doing this. And Malcolm, you've been in the UFC for just a little over a year now. What's like the biggest things you've noticed? Is it just like a full-on dream that just came true? Or like, how do you describe it?
You know, I think the craziest thing is, you know, I've been in Vegas a week now. You know, I've had a couple fight nights. Bro, the athletes and the staff at the UFC are really nice. They're so nice. Like, there's people specifically like Cody Garbrandt. You know what I mean? I looked up to this guy when I first started training. And, bro, I just had like a 15-minute conversation about him, his son.
So
you know,
cool.
just like the memories I have when I was looking up to him coming up. And, like, it's like that with all these big names I thought was like crazy superstars that are just like the sweetest people.
Yeah, it's cool because at the end of the day, you guys are still fighters, but like you guys are humans too. And that's the coolest thing to see is, like you said, the UFC, it's so tight, it's so tight-knit. Everyone's so cool. And that's what I love about interviewing you guys, because it's so cool to like see your guys' human side about it. But we appreciate you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming. We met like a year ago?
Yeah, we met about a year ago, and then we've been trying to get this done, and I finally got some time out here. So
let's go.
we doing it, baby.
Oh yeah, let's get into question number one. For this one, you gotta burn it or chill it.
Okay.
There's a big fight in your division coming up in 2 weeks. Burn or chill this statement. Corey Sandhagen dominates Merab.
Chill. No, nobody dominates Merab, brother. Dominate is just because the word dominate is crazy. Like maybe like, you know, outperforms would be something I might burn, right? But, you know, to say dominate is crazy. You know, I think it's hard for me to imagine that after seeing him go against, you know, these big names in the division and just look so strong. I mean, look at what he did to Henry. Look at what he did to Umar, you know, and obviously against Sean. I mean, I can't imagine nobody dominating him. But
Yeah. I mean, we got to get this. What is the Malcolm's prediction if you fought Merab?
My prediction if I fight Merab, I get him out of there in the first. That's gonna be
Dana,
my
book
signature. My signature. I'm getting guys out in the first.
I mean, he's been chin though. He has been chin.
for
It's
sure.
there to hit.
But not by me. You know what I mean? Not by me. You know?
It's different. It's different.
That's right. And you know, I have the utmost confidence in my ability to knock people out. You know, if I can weather that storm, you know, defend a couple takedowns or get taken down and get back up and just have enough time to find that chin. If it's not the first, for sure, the second, I put my whole bank account on it, man.
I like it. Calling the shots.
Calling the shots. You got the Malcolm prediction with a fight with you, but on this fight, what's the prediction? What do you think? Your heart of hearts. Does Corey do it, or is Merab too good?
I see Corey putting up a good fight. You know, I think Corey's brilliant. I think he's shown us in so many fights his ability to show different parts of his game. But I just don't see him overcoming Merab. You know, Merab is just so consistent and nonstop with his attacks. He's going to put on a show. He's going to mess with your mind. And I just see Merab getting it done and retaining the belt.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, Corey's no joke though. But I mean, there's something about momentum in the sport. If you're riding high on the momentum, it's hard to beat someone.
Yeah,
and especially,
no
what does Teddy Atlas says? Whenever you become champion, you become 30% more confident.
That's right.
So
Yeah. Mike Tyson has a quote. I love it. He says, success breeds confidence and confidence breeds success. You know, every time you win a fight, you get more confident, and then that confidence is gonna carry into your next fight and make you more successful. And it's a cycle that feeds into itself.
Oh yeah.
But
I
hey,
like
sometimes
that.
people take confidence and mistake it for cockiness.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
think many people in life are really that, cocky,
Right,
especially
right.
in MMA. Like,
Right.
I think sometimes confidence comes off as cockiness, but you need that because you're in there by
Absolutely.
yourself.
Absolutely,
you don't.
yeah.
You have your team and stuff, but you don't really have them when that cage closes. So,
Yeah.
having that confidence just keeps driving you. So,
You can't be a successful fighter without confidence, and it has to be a almost delusional confidence. You have to, like, I'm talking about knocking out the world champ. I know it's delusional. You understand what I'm saying?
No, but you believe
without
it.
without it, I wouldn't be here today.
True.
You know, every guy I got in the cage with was the best guy I ever fought until I fought him and knocked him out. So, I had to be delusional and have that confidence that might seem cocky.
Yeah.
So it's understandable.
but you're gonna chill on that statement. He's
That's
not
right.
gonna get dominated.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
I'm
good
gonna
fight.
chill on that statement too. That's a wild.
Dominate's
Wild
crazy.
question. He came out of nowhere with that.
I'm glad
one.
you started strong. That was good.
Dominate.
That was
Okay.
good.
But it's time to go to question number 2. I think sometimes fighters get mistaken that you guys are super intelligent about fighting. Overall, all aspects of fighting. So I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this one. So you got to burn one, and if you burn that one, that chills the other, if that
Okay,
makes
okay.
sense. So you got to burn
Which
one.
one do I burn?
chill
Which one do I chill? Understood.
Exactly.
Okay.
You as a fighter, is it more important to have good footwork or good feints?
Oh man, so I'm gonna say burn footwork and then chill
Chill
on
on
feints. Okay, and the reason I say that is because I'm a big boxing fan, right? And I think boxing and MMA is very at a low level of understanding and how efficient and how useful it is in our game. But people with good footwork are wildly successful. Your ability to put yourself in position to land powerful shots, your ability to use your footwork to not take damage is so slept on. And I don't think feints are slept on anymore because Israel Adesanya made a living off of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like his
Yeah.
camp was known for bringing it into the UFC. And so everybody's used it, everybody's worked on it at this point, and everybody respects it. But I don't think people respect footwork like they should yet.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, look at Ilya Topuria right
Man,
now. That
look
dude
at him.
is nasty.
Dominate. Now that's dominating.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
domination.
that's dominating.
But look at it. It's footwork. The
Yes.
ability to, like how you said, get in and out of the pocket,
Man,
use it
it's
as
smooth.
defense. It's smooth. And that's
Yep.
what you got to have in fighting
Absolutely.
as a
I mean, Dominic Cruz too. Someone that was also
Brother,
in the division.
one of the
Look at his
GOATs of our
footwork.
division will
Oh, yeah,
always be up for
will
debate
always.
as the GOAT in our division, and his footwork was crazy. It was insane. You
It's
can't
insane.
imitate it.
Yeah,
you
you
can't.
can't.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Constant changing, But
Yes.
it made you think. It made you pause, and it just when you waited that split second,
Yep.
that's when he took advantage of
I'm telling you, man, he was slick, and it's people like that have a style that emphasize that footwork that I admire so much. You know what I mean? And I definitely try to implement it in my training and fighting.
Well, I mean, we've seen it so far. That last high little footwork off the
Bang!
side.
Yeah, it's been working. It's
But
been
it's the
working.
little things like that you do in the gym that
Yeah,
That's
true.
right. Yeah. Make the big differences. Small things make the big
I
differences.
only
for
just
sure.
saw you post that video on your social media of you actually mimicking the
Yeah,
punch in the
the
locker
actual
room and
knockout
in the
shot.
gym and the actual
Yeah,
knockout shot.
I'm so glad they captured that in the back room because that made it that much sweeter.
I saw,
Yeah.
okay, so you're back there getting ready before your fight. Are there like a lot of cameras back there? Like, how does it work? Or is it just like the commission or?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
cameras in and out constantly. Like it's so much that you don't even realize they're recording. So to be honest, I didn't know that moment was the one that they were gonna share. Like because they recorded me doing a lot of stuff,
Really?
but like that one was the one they decided to share, and it was perfect for
It's
the viral.
perfect.
Yeah, for the
It went
viral knockout.
perfectly,
Perfect. Yeah.
it matches.
Yeah.
It's crazy what visualization does, though.
Man,
Like you see clearly. Like when you're going into a fight, are you like constantly visualizing like throughout the whole camp?
I'm visualizing for months.
Really?
Like the knockout,
Oh, yeah.
like I visualize and it gets more and more vivid as I get closer to the fight, because now I'm in the arena. Now I've faced off with my opponent. I'm not just imagining what his face looks like. I've been feet away from it when we faced off. And it's like I can visualize and feel what it's like to put this right hand on his jaw. It gets
Dang.
stronger, man.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's good. It's good. Yeah.
It's good.
Visualization is very important. Very
Mine's
important.
powerful,
Need it.
man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Very
And I
powerful.
think it's one of the most valuable tools in fighting. The
Oh,
mind.
absolutely.
The mind, yep.
Because
for sure.
once this goes, it's
Yeah,
dangerous.
you can lose.
You can
yeah,
lose.
if you lose belief in the middle of that fight, that's
it's
fuel
done.
to the guy in front of you. You know what I mean? And he starts to
Absolutely.
win. He starts to
Uh-huh.
take advantage. Starts to pull more and more ground.
Absolutely.
You know?
The moment you start thinking too much.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So it's like you just
Overthinking.
gotta
Start
get in there,
doubting.
fluid,
Yeah.
flow.
Yep.
Are you pretty calm when you get in there, or
Overly calm. I'm
overly-
probably too
yeah.
calm, to be honest.
Too
yeah.
calm? Uh-huh.
Like I'm the guy that's like in the back room. I'm excited listening to my music. I'm
Yeah.
kind of a little amped up, hitting the mitts. When I'm walking out, I mean, y'all seen it. Like I'm
Oh, yeah.
jumping,
No,
I'm
yeah,
dancing.
jumping.
I'm almost out of
Uh-huh.
breath when I get to the cage from how much fun I had getting there. But like once the names are announced, once you know the announcer leaves the ring and they lock us in there, like it's like everything just slows down.
Everything just
And
slows
now it's
down.
like I'm here. I'm a silent killer, man. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Man,
Shoot.
giving me chills over here. I guess
Shoot.
and visualizing.
Bantamweights, watch out.
That's right, that's right.
Watch
I'm
out,
here.
Malcolm's coming.
That's right, that's right.
But it's time to get into our question number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Same exact style. You got to burn one and chill one.
Okay.
Burn or chill the pressure of fighting on Dana White Contender Series
Mm-hmm.
or fighting in your hometown in Georgia and back in June?
I'm gonna say chill on the Contender Series.
Chill on the
and
Contenders,
burn in the city. And the reason why is because like I wasn't really nervous in my hometown. It was great. I was excited. I had fun. Like I knew that the people I love was gonna be, man, we had like 40, 50 people from Augusta in one section. I mean, that's
That's
why
amazing.
I ran to a specific part of the cage
Okay.
and jumped up and pointed to the crowd because I was pointing at my people. But like, you know, the Contender Series, that was the most pressure I felt in the fight ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I knew how pivotal it was for my career. And it didn't necessarily affect my performance, but in the locker room, you know, walking out, like, it was like, man, I don't like this amount of pressure. But Atlanta, good time.
Yeah, Atlanta. I mean, you got to think, Atlanta, it feels like you're fighting at home.
Yeah,
Feels like
literally.
You're literally fighting in
Literally,
your backyard.
I was like the hometown
Yeah,
guy.
you're the
Yeah, it was
hometown guy,
crazy. Yeah.
Which is amazing. But then you go to Dana White Contender Series, no walkout music.
Bro.
You got the boss literally right there.
And
The
it's
epitome
oddly
of pressure.
eerie. Like I don't think people really because we've been to Contender Series. Like it's so
We actually
eerie.
there
that-
when you got your
we were there
contract,
when you
too.
got the contract
Yeah,
too.
I remember. Yeah, it was sick, bro. It was
We were
sick.
there, but it's so like eerie, and it's like you're literally just fighting for your dream, and you can feel like how much you guys want it.
Yeah.
And to see something like that, amazing knockout contract,
Man.
like
It was crazy, but for sure, I don't want to feel that pressure again. I don't think I'll
Maybe
feel
for
that
a
pressure.
title,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
and maybe for the title, but I don't think I'll feel that no time soon. But the Atlanta one, it was no pressure. I was just happy to
But
be there.
it's back to experience. Look at that. You look how much experience you've gotten from fighting on Dana White
Yeah.
Contender Series. Now
Yeah.
every other fight doesn't. I mean, every other fight it's better and better, but you don't nearly feel as much as you
Not
already
nearly
felt.
as much. So
Yeah.
I'm so comfortable like with those nerves and pressure now because
Yeah.
the Contender Series, I'm sure anybody else that's been on it will tell you, bro, it's
Yeah.
another level.
yeah. Was it hard to like not constantly think about like the outcome? Oh, the contract. Dana White's gonna be there. Was it hard to like
Very
calm
hard.
your mind?
Yeah,
How did
because
you do it?
Because that's exactly what it is. It's like if you
Yeah.
fail, you don't get signed.
get
And if
signed.
you win in fantastic fashion, your life changes immediately. So like it's very hard not to think about it. But I mean, you know, throughout the course of your local career, you think about getting knocked out. You think about getting subbed. You think about, you know, if you'll get tired. So like the same way you deal with those thoughts, those doubts and stuff, you deal with those thoughts. And I think it all on the local scene prepared me for, you know, doing it on the big stage.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's amazing. It's crazy to see what Dana White's Contender Series has
Brother,
done.
some
Breeded
real talent. It's brought some
champions.
real talent.
And the guys on the show too are good.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's the best in the world.
Losers.
I mean,
And another thing that I don't think people realize too is like the guys that lose, bro, they're getting phone calls to get fights in the UFC right after that
Right after,
anyway.
yeah, it
so
is.
like it's like the perfect platform to bring somebody into the big show with an ability to tell their backstory, with an ability to bring them in with a high quality highlight reel.
Absolutely.
Like it's such a good it was such a good way for Dana to give us new fighters a kickstart into the league.
Yeah, and it helps you too because now you felt that pressure. And
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
we talk about like getting into
That's
the UFC,
right.
it's a lot less pressure, but still,
Yeah.
like there is that pressure there. It's
Yeah.
a whole different thing from media days to interviews and all the
Man.
other stuff that you have to go through that you don't go through on the regional scene.
Yep. And then like one more thing I loved about the Dana White's Contender Series is before you fight, they fly you out for just media. So I had never been to Vegas and they flew me and my coach out and we got to go to the Palace Station Hotel. I'm not on a weight cut. It's just media, so I eat what I want. They brought me there, put me in front of cameras. I did an open workout. They interview you. Like, it's like you get the star treatment before being in the league. So, like, that, in my opinion, was the best part about the Contender Series. Because I went home and was like, guys, I found out what it's like. You know what I'm saying? And
You
telling all
had
the
that
locals.
feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you
So
see
I
the
was-
cage and all that? Did you go inside?
yeah,
the Apex?
you got to see everything, bro. You got to go into the Apex to do all your interviews and stuff like that. So it's like you get a little glimpse into what life can be like if you succeed. And so like you go back to camp fired up. You ready to
Oh
go.
yeah, no,
You
I was
ready
about
to
to
go.
say you probably go right back home and
Man.
you're training with a whole different
Running through the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Fired
sick.
up.
It
Just
was
wait
sick.
until that date comes. But back to the question.
Yep.
Chilling on Dana White Contender Series, burned in Georgia. I mean, what a night that was. I couldn't even imagine
Brother.
being in that case.
Oh my
It was insane, bro. The amount of like noise and like just the fun I had walking out, how fast the knockout happened, the person I knocked out, bro. It's everything about that night was too perfect. It was
I mean,
too
think
perfect.
about this. Sean O'Malley couldn't really get it done within one.
That's right.
Look at this guy.
That's right.
dude.
That's right.
What?
Yeah.
Out cold. Boom.
Yeah, and I knew like before the fight, everybody kept asking me, Sean O'Malley fought him and couldn't put him out. What does it mean if you do it? And like I knew that if I did it, it would be like a rocket ship. And man, it's been like that. It has. It
So
has.
good for you, bro. We're so proud of that.
Thank you so
Crazy.
much. Thank you.
And the crowd on TV, I couldn't imagine what it was like in person.
Brother, it was
I
insane.
wish we were there.
It
I
was
wish we
As
were
soon as you
insane.
hit the
Atlanta.
tunnel, it's just
Bro,
boom.
I'm telling you, I was in the tunnel waiting to walk, and they pulled the curtains back. And while they was doing their 10-second countdown, the fans were leaning over the handrails, like screaming and yelling, like Malcolm! and I was like, oh, we finna have some fun.
yeah.
We finna have a good time.
did.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect song, perfect everything, bro. It was great. It was great.
That's awesome.
Love it. But it's time to go to our fourth question. I do have to ask about this because those fights are in the past. Now it's time to look ahead. So do you burn or chill your next fight being Aleksandre Topuria?
I'm gonna say burn.
Burn?
Yeah, listen.
You want that?
Do I?
Yeah, I love it.
Do I want one of the most dominant champions of our era game planning against me? Yes. Do I want to be associated with, the name of the Topurias? Yes. Do I want the opportunity to knock out his brother in front of him? Yes. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything about that possible matchup excites me. And like respectfully, like, I watched him when he fought his debut. And I was like, yo, we can do this. We can do this.
Yeah.
It's not like, I saw stuff and was like, oh man, yeah, he's on another level. Like he's good. I respect him. He's the world champs, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Partner.
yeah.
He's got all the resources and everything that the champ has. But I watched him and all I walked away from is, I can do it. You know what I mean? So man, that gets me excited. Every time they drop his name,
I'm starting to smile.
brother,
right now.
I want it. I want it. Whenever it happens, if it happens, man, I lean into that opportunity, and I hope I get
Man,
the
I hope
opportunity
they
to
give
do
you
it.
that opportunity.
It'd be amazing.
too.
It'd be amazing. If I could be the one to put an O on his name, come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Dana,
take
Perfect.
away, yeah.
Dana, listen, let's get Malcolm versus Topuria, December pay-per-view main card.
Come on.
Here
It'd be
in
sick. It'd be
Vegas.
sick.
In Vegas.
It'd be sick. It'd be sick, man. I'm with everything. I don't care whatever name they tossing me, bro. I'm gonna be ready. But that one in particular gets me and obviously everybody in the fan base excited.
Oh, yeah, the
because
fans
it's a
would go
banger.
nuts.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah,
banger.
it's a
It's a
banger.
banger.
How would you
so.
not want to see that fight?
I'm telling you,
two of the
man.
biggest rising stars in the division.
I'm telling you, man.
And
Yeah,
fighting
yeah.
in the prime. Oh man.
Man.
I hope they do that in December.
Again, I don't know if and when, but if it does,
If it
I'll be
does,
ready to sign.
you ready?
I'll be
yeah.
ready. I'll be
Uh-huh.
ready. Yeah, for sure.
No, that's awesome. I hope. Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
man.
That'd be
Yeah.
a banger fight.
Yeah.
But if not, I'm sure your next opponent, banger fight.
That's what I was
too.
gonna say. I'm here to give y'all some great fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like regardless of who they put in front of me, I think that well, I tell you this. I know that the UFC likes me giving exciting fights. You know what I mean? So whoever they give me, I will be prepared to do what I got to do to make sure we're on the feet. And I put that right hand on them. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be good.
Check right
It's
hook.
gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then let's fast forward. Once you're done with fighting, what do you want the people to remember you as in your UFC career?
I want people to remember me as, the guy who got signed at 30 years old, but came into the game and became one of the biggest names. I want people to know that I didn't start training till I was 22. And the whole time I was working construction while training. You know what I mean? I got into training to get in shape, but I beat the odds. I changed my life. I changed everybody in Augusta's life. Like Augusta, you guys know, is known for the Nationals, known for the Masters tournament. But now MMA is getting thrown into that discussion. I'm bringing back so much good attention and motivation and inspiration. And I want people to look at my story and see that, I came from being dealt a hand that doesn't look like this is in the cards, but things fell in a way with the hard work and the right people around me to where I made it here.
Wow.
And
so
to
you
never
started at
give up.
22.
Yeah, 22,
22
years old. Not a single, I never wrestled before that, never boxed, not even karate as a kid, nothing. I played Little League basketball up until I was like 9, 10 years old and nothing athletic until I was 22. I walked into the gym at the Fagler's MMA in Augusta, Georgia, and the same people I'm with today.
Wow.
Literally.
That's a testament.
Literally, yeah.
It's crazy because nowadays you have people, they've done jiu-jitsu since they're 5 or wrestled in high school or college and things like that. But for you to not have any combat experience to do what you're doing now?
Man. And like, belief. I remember too, like, I remember Dana on that same season telling people, I'm not looking for 30-year-old prospects. I remember when I got signed, looking at, critics who dropped like the rankings for all the prospects to come off the series, and they dropped me in a lower rank because they said my age was a limiting factor, and so like for me to see all these things, hear all these things, and then in 2 fights have as much notoriety as I do, like, man, don't listen to what they say. Don't let somebody else put limiting factors on you. Like, you can be what you want to be, man. You can accomplish the things you want to. You just got to work hard and have the right people around you.
Absolutely.
It's like we said at the beginning, the mind is powerful, man.
Very.
Very powerful. If you can see it, you can believe it, you can do anything you want in this life.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, and the crazy part is you're not even in your prime yet.
Bro.
This is dangerous.
Like, I'm telling you, this is going to be my first camp with the UFC involved. Like, I have yet to have a UFC camp. This will be one. Like, imagine the growth. Imagine the knowledge I didn't have access to, man. It's true. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great.
Dana, let's get the ball rolling. Right
Come
here.
on.
But it's time to get to our 5th and final question. This is our burn moment question. Burn moment's a super hard time in life where you had to fight and overcome that's gotten you to where you are at today. What's the biggest burn moment you've gone through in your life?
One of the biggest burn moments I've had in my life was in April of last year. I had. April of this year, because last year I got signed through the Contender series, and I had a 8-month layoff between getting signed and then actually having my debut. And in that time, even though I was signed, I wasn't seeing a lot of money, and I was so behind on my bills. My whole pro career, I was behind on my bills. I went from working a nuclear construction job to working a local construction job, really inconsistent hours, really inconsistent work, falling behind on bills. Practically my whole professional career, I was behind, and it got to the point to where my truck got repossessed. I had a truck that I took so much pride in. You know what I mean? I was a pipe fitter. I was a construction worker, and I was so far behind on my bills. They repossessed my truck before my UFC debut. I was so far behind on my mortgage that I had to file for a partial claim where they take those missed payments and put them on the back end of your mortgage. And I'm sitting here like dying for my opportunity to get in there and change something. And, it's moments like that where you want to walk away. It's moments like that where you want to give up. It's moments like that where you don't know when the good will come after all this struggle. And it was dark for me. So when that happened, I didn't know when, if, how it would all pay off. But, I mean, look at me now. So
wow. How were you able to stay positive during that? I mean, that's a dark time, How were you able to just keep going, staying positive?
I was about to say, I don't know if I stayed positive, but I kept going.
Yeah.
It was real hard, and I don't think I could have did it without people around me that told me the things I needed to hear, that reminded me that, it's not about the material things. It's not about the truck. It's about the kids in the community looking up to you. You know what I mean? It's about the teammates at the gym seeing you go through this and still walk in with a smile. It was, I remember when it happened, my coach, Jake, I texted him. I said, hey, can you come pick me up? He like, where you at? And I was like, I'm 5 minutes up the street from my house at a gas station, because I just walked. I just started walking. So he came and picked me up. We sat in that parking lot and we talked for like 2 hours. And then when I didn't have a car, didn't know what I was going to do, his dad, I call him Pops, let me hold his Jeep for months until I was able to get another one. Like, those people are like the real people that pulled me through this dark time. And it was hard, but they made it a lot easier.
And now look.
Bro, man, I couldn't have seen it being this good when I got here at all, especially from a time like that, because you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to happen, and it was good, bro.
Yeah. I think, God can will never give you a test that you can't overcome.
Correct.
And he
You're right.
knew what he was doing with you in
That's
that
right.
time, able to focus you and chain you in. And like you said, look at you now in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Crazy,
We're so
brother.
happy to see that. And
It's crazy.
we appreciate you. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Malcolm,
Thank you,
for coming
man.
on
Thank
the
you.
show.
Appreciate
I'm glad
it.
we got it done. It's been a year in the making.
Yes,
but we
sir.
made it. Let the audience know where they can find you. Instagram, TikTok, social media, everything. Give it to them.
All my handles on social media are at Waller the Machine. You can follow me there. Check out my content, and get ready to see another knockout.
I like that. You heard,
That's right.
man. Be sure to go check him out. And guys, I promise you on everything, this is the next 135-pound champion of
Thank
the
you,
world.
brother. Yes, sir.
And
Stay
we are
tuned.
out.